Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this orientation session. Today, we are just going to be looking about what AWS is all about. Generally, it is much talked about the cloud computing, AWS, cloud engineering. What is it all about? What is a cloud? What is AWS? And who can study this field? So in today's orientation, we shall be discovering everything about that. So AWS simply short form for Amazon Web Services is a cloud platform for computing, storage, and networking. I know this can be a little bit of English when they say a cloud platform for computing, storage, and networking. What do we understand by that? Firstly, we would like to take each of the words by themselves and see what they all say. We talk about the cloud platform. What is the cloud platform? What is a cloud? Yes, it is all termed cloud computing, but what is a cloud? So please consider cloud as a center, a data center of computers, a data center of computers built in a remote location where it is being outsourced for commercial purposes. What am I trying to say? Now, we do have we have issues like look at this picture. This is a data center. It is an AWS data center. It is built somewhere in California. In this data center, there are so many computers inside, supercomputers. The data center is made up of so many millions of supercomputers. Why should AWS or any other company build a data center? We are going to come to that. Take a look at the internal section of a data center. These are computers located inside a data center. All these are super high computers. Please, if you are just joining in, mute your mic. If you are just joining in, please mute your mic. So all these are the internal sections of a data center. So this data center has been built to accommodate outsourced commercialized purposes. What do I mean by that? It is being built to sell out to those who want to rent a space of their own to commercialize their services. Let us look at the various companies that are into cloud computing. There are just a few of them, but we have AWS as their leader. Amazon Web Services is the leader of cloud computing today, followed by Microsoft Azure, and then Google Platform. We also have IBM, then Oracle, and finally Alibaba. All these are companies that have their data centers or computerized centers in remote locations that can be accessible by companies or individuals to build their solutions to help them orientate and faster their business. Why do we need cloud computing services? Why should we need cloud computing services? Now, first of all, the question should be rephrased in this form. Why do we need computers? Why do we need computers? Let's contextualize the situation in our own country. In Cameroon, you have a supermarket. In that supermarket, you need a business management system. What do I call a business management system? You need a system that when somebody comes and buys something, you are going to input the data and print the receipt of that thing automatically. For you to have that type of a system, what should you do? You are going to have a physical computer built or bought and installed in your supermarket. And inside that physical computer, you are going to have might be a printer. A printer will be linked to that computer, and that printer will do what? The printer is going to print receipts. This printer is going to be printing receipts. So when somebody buys something, you input it inside here, a receipt is being printed out. Now, where is that data being stored? The data is being stored inside the hard drive of the computer, right? Now, at one particular moment, you can like to come and say that, all right, I want all the customers that entered this supermarket from Monday to Wednesday. That data all is stored inside this cloud. You can also say that I want all the customers that maybe bought a particular good. Let's say, for example, you want to look at the rate at which a good like rubbing oil is leaving the supermarket. You can come and say that you need the data system of all the clients that bought rubbing oil. All that information is found inside this hard drive. All right. Now, let's take a scenario. We take a scenario now that this hard drive is located inside your supermarket. It is found inside your supermarket. What if a disaster occurs? We don't know which type of disaster. Might be flooding, might be a fire disaster, because every now and then in Yaoundé, you always hear about fire disasters. What if a disaster occurs? This server is burnt down. And if it is burned down, all the information, all the data that was found inside is destroyed. And today, data is the most valuable component in computing. If you don't have data, you don't have anything. So cloud computing has simply come to tell you that instead of you installing that your management service to this computer located inside your supermarket, you should instead install your management service in a computer located in a far remote area, might be supported by Amazon, supported by Microsoft Azure, or supported by Google Cloud Form. So what is the advantage of you doing that? I mean, if you want to buy a computer, you need to buy a computer, buy cables, buy routers, and then interconnect them all together. Because if you have a big supermarket, let's take for example a supermarket like Maima or Santa Lucia, without any publicity, please. You will discover that in that type of a supermarket, not only one computer is available that is saving people. You might have a maximum of at least 12 or 13 computers, or even 20 at one moment, that are servicing people. All these computers are interconnected to each other. All of them are interconnected. And to do this interconnection, you need cables to link this computer to this one, link this one to this one. I mean, these linkages should occur. This linkage to this one to this one, might be this one to this one to this one, and all of them should be interlinked. That is the atmosphere that you are going to create inside your supermarket. And for this to occur, you need a special IT department that is going to follow up all these things. But now, with the coming of cloud computing, you don't need all this stuff installed in your supermarket. You don't need all these computers installed in your supermarket. You just need to go to the cloud, and then you install every program that you need that should run in your supermarket. You install it in the cloud. And when you install it in the cloud, it is easier for anybody from anywhere to access it, from anywhere in the world. That gives now the possibility for somebody who might be in New York to work for Maima in Cameroon. It is possible because all the servers of Maima are found in the cloud. So that is the essence for cloud computing. So why do we need cloud computing services? The first thing is scalability. What is scalability? Now, take for example, I will give you an example that I gave my former students. At one particular moment, there was this rush for ENAM. Everybody wanted to enter into ENAM, and almost around 10,000 candidates wrote ENAM. And on the day when the results were released, all those 10,000, the results were made available at the ENAM website. So when the results were made available at the ENAM website, all those 10,000 candidates wanted to log into the website at the same particular moment. Look at the scenario. This computer was created in ENAM that hosts all the data in enam, and the computer was created with a maximum capacity of, let's say, 500 GB. It was created with a maximum capacity of 500 gigabyte. Now, it is meant to accommodate just about, let's say, 2,000 visitors in the enam website at a particular moment. It is meant to accommodate 2,000 visitors at a particular moment. Now, the results have been released, but at this particular moment, there are more than 15,000 people that want to access this hard drive. What happens to it? It crashes. It crashes. Why does it crash? Because it was meant to accommodate just 2,000 people, but now 15,000 people are trying to access it. It crashes. So with cloud computing, that aspect you can never see it. Scalability is there to say that when there are as many people that want to access a particular server at a particular time, the server is going to increase in size. What are we saying? We are trying to say that if this computer was in the cloud, and now instead of 2,000 people trying to access this computer, 15,000 people are accessing it at that very particular moment, it is going to change. The 500 gigabyte is going to increase immediately, and it is going to move over to maybe 1 terabyte or maybe 2 terabyte. It is scalable. That means when traffic becomes very high, the data system increases. And then when traffic reduces, the data system reduces back. That is the aspect of scalability. That's the importance of the cloud. All right. So we have elasticity. That is also like scalability. Elasticity is actually the aspect of increasing and reducing. Why should it have to increase and reduce? Take for example, if you are beginning a new business, you are trying a new business, like you want to open your new let's say a clothes store, and you are not sure whether you are going to have so many people coming to your store. You just buy, but you are simple small computer. You buy a simple small computer and you keep in your shop. That computer can maybe host just about 20 people. You forecast that 20 people will be coming to your shop. That computer can host maybe 20 people with its own small hard drive here. Now, you have opened the shop. 20 people are not coming. Only about 5 people are coming to your shop. What are you going to do? Are you going to sell the extra space that you have already bought? No, you are not going to sell that extra space that you have already bought. The space remains with you. So, with physical computing, elasticity is not attained. But with cloud computing, whenever your customers reduce, your space in which you are managing also reduce. And whenever the customers increase, your space also increase. We have robust systems. It is easier with cloud computing, it is easier to increase and add more components into your system. Now, a typical cloud system, let me try to present to you what a typical cloud system can be all about. You have a typical cloud system like this. You have a server located somewhere. This server is linked to a data server also, and then it is made available in front of the internet. Those of you who access the internet, you then access the information that is found inside this server. When you access the information that is found inside this server, the server searches for data from here, and then they present it to you at this level in front here. That is what you see. So this is a three-tier architecture of a thing. We have the data here, we have the system here, and then we have your front computer in front of you online. So at one particular moment, you might like to change the system that is in this server here. You might like to change the system. And in order to change the system, if your system is available at a local area, what are you going to do? You are going to shut down the whole of this architecture. before you can change this system. But with cloud computing, you do not need to shut down the entire architecture. No, you just need to add an extra computer here. When you add this extra computer here, you now load the new system into this new computer here. And then what do? You start by spreading the traffic from those who are accessing your system. Take some particular percentage of people to access. Let's say you can take 30% of those who are accessing your system to go to this server, and then you can take 70% to go to this server. Now, when this happens, you are going to test how the feeling is with this 30% of the people. If it is good and the system is okay, then you are going to now interchange. Instead of 30% coming here, all the 100% are going to come here, and this old system will be taken off. You can now put off this old system. It is no more necessary. That means you have changed, you have updated your system into a new system, but without people in the internet knowing that anything is happening. Those who are in the internet, they don't know that anything is happening. So that is what we call a robust. Now, we have time factor. All what I have just shown to you can be created within 5 minutes. All these caricature that I've shown to you like this, all of it can be created within 5 minutes. There's what we call infrastructure as code. When you learn about infrastructure as code, we are going to do, for those who are going to continue with DevOps, we are going to do Terraforms, where you are going to code all these things, and by just a simple execution of a click, all this architecture will be created. So it is really time relevant. Cloud computing is time relevant. But today, if you say that if they need to upgrade, let's look at the most complex place that we have today. If they need to update the data center of our education system, like the Ministry of Higher Education, if they need to upgrade the data center, they are going to shut down all those servers. All of them will be shut down. And when they will be shut down, you can no more access the service. That is not business at all. Take, for example, Netflix. Take, for example, AWS itself. If it is being shut down before their systems are being upgraded, how will customers do when at that moment when it is shut down? I think at every one moment all over the world, more than millions of people watch Netflix. So if you have to update the servers of Netflix and you need to shut down Netflix before you update their servers, I don't know what amount of money you are going to lose. So with cloud computing, that does not happen. All right. So we have infrastructure configuration. The period for you to configure your infrastructure is not real. You configure your infrastructure by a code. With the cloud, you configure your infrastructure with a code. You don't go to the physical location and you plug in materials, plug in cables, and take things and connect together. You don't do that. All right. Now we have containerization. Containerization is a service that is new today. If you have ever heard about Docker, if you have ever heard about Kubernetes, this is all what we call containerization. Now, let me try to show you what containerization is all about. If you want to work on a Linux system today, if you wish to work on a Linux system, there is no need for you to go to the market to buy a Linux computer. No. Inside your Windows computer, you can install what we call a hypervisor. Install a hypervisor inside your Linux computer, and inside this, on top of this hypervisor, you can now install, might be a Linux operating system there. You can also install an Ubuntu operating system there, and you can also install a Red Hat operating system. That means inside one computer, you can have 3 different operating systems operating inside this computer. That is with the help of what we call hypervisors. All right. Now, with the coming of these hypervisors, it has made computing very easy for you to create virtual machines. All right. Now, with containerization, this hypervisor does not exist. You simply install operating system in a new computer without any hypervisor. You just bring your Linux system and you install here. You bring your maybe Microsoft system and you install here. You bring your Red Hat system and you install here. All of them, they will use the hard drive and the RAM of this computer. Okay, that is what we call containerization. So with the coming of containerization, it is easier, it is light, easier to access. So that is, those are the importance of cloud computing. All right. So let's look at the certifications that you are following. These are the various certifications that you are following. There is, let me try to bring it closer, please. There is AWS certified cloud practitioner. This one, that's where people begin. AWS certified cloud practitioner. Here, please, this is just to tell you all what I'm telling you now. If after finishing this orientation, you are capable to go and write the cloud practitioner exams. So for me personally, this certification is outdated. It is no more necessary. It is just for you to know what AWS is all about, the various things that you can use with AWS, the importance of AWS, for you to just to know the advantages of AWS. When you do that, you are going to have this certification, cloud practitioner. Now, what you guys are going to take is this one, AWS Solution Architect, associate level. You are going to take the associate level here. All right. So, but on top of the associate, we have the developer associate also. This is solution architect associate. They will have developer associate. They will have sysops administrator, sysops administrator associate too. Sysops stands for systems operations. That is systems operations. There is the associate level too. Now, from this associate level, we are moving, you can move now to professional. In professional, we have two certifications. We have the DevOps engineer professional, and then we have the solution architect professional. Here we had solution architect associate. Here we have solution architect professional. Then when you are finished with professional, these are, the next ones are specialties. They are specialization. That means you can specialize now in, might be security, you can specialize in network, you can specialize in database, you can specialize in machine learning, and you can specialize in data analytics. So what is the advice for you here? My advice for you here is that when you are going to take solution architect, at the same moment you are going to study cloud practitioner. When you are going to take solution architect, you are going to take cloud practitioner. So my advice for you is take solution architect and join it with DevOps engineer. You are free to take any certification the way you want. You see the arrows. You can take your cloud practitioner, you take solution architect, you take cloud developer, you take associate. From there, you take DevOps from there. But all that one is waste of time. You are wasting time. If you can take your solution architect and then you add DevOps engineer to it, you are set for the industry. You are capable and ready to have a job in the industry. Only with solution architect, you are ready for the industry, you can have a job, right? But the problem with solution architect is that most of the companies at the level of solution architect need that you should have a lot of experience. They need that you should have a lot of experience. But at the level of DevOps engineer, they don't need, they just need that you should know what you are doing. That's all. Just know what you are doing. So these are the various certifications that are available for you at the level of AWS. Now, when you must have done all these things, what will you be doing? What will you be working? And in what type of companies can you be working for? These are the various companies you are going to be working for. You have fintech companies. What is a fintech company? Fintech stands for finance and technology. Today, finance is merging with technology. You cannot talk about finance without talking about technology. It is impossible for you to talk about finance without talking about technology. Finance is merging with technology. An example of finance merging with technology is mobile money. Mobile money today, we do not understand whether it is a finance company or it is a technology company. So, but we just term it under the term fintech. And what does mobile money need? It needs constant engineers to be updating their system. So you can either work in a fintech companies. To give you a heads up, we are told that MTN recently moved to the cloud. With MTN moving to the cloud, you can imagine the various type of jobs that MTN is going to be putting out there in the next 1 year. They will be looking for cloud engineers in all aspects. So this is an opportunity for you to get prepared. So stock exchange companies also employ a lot of cloud engineers, because stock exchange companies, these are the highest people that need a lot of data so that they can be accessing markets easily. We have solution development companies. There are some companies that are just there to develop solutions and sell in the market. You develop solutions like school management system, uh, uh, might be supermarket management system, and all the like. You develop the solutions and then you sell to companies. In fact, that is the bulk of companies do that. That is where most of you are going to work actually, with solution development companies. And you have finance companies like banks and insurance companies. They also need cloud architect the most. They have research companies. Cloud is a constant change. It doesn't stop. It changes every blessed day. So there is a lot of research going on at the level of the cloud. What you learn today, your certification that you are going to have 2 years later, the certification is already obsolete. The certification has already expired. You will need again to come back to school and learn more or recent things that has been updated to that certification. So cloud is a constant research. Certification expires after 2 years. So you should be constantly on the learning. So let's look at what is the prerequisite to take this course. What is the prerequisite to take AWS? I said there are only 7 prerequisites: determination, 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 and determination. Please, if you are not determined, you cannot go through this course. If you are not determined, you cannot go through this course. First, it is a strange type of a thing. It is just strange. It is not your normal way of studies. It is not your normal go to class, read notes, and then come reproduce them, and so on. No, this is practical approach in training. All what we are going to be doing here, we are going to be practicing. There is no going to read notes and coming and cramming things and come and reproduce. No, your determination is all what we need. So what is our salary trends? Look at what you stand to gain. The average top paying certifications worldwide. We have AWS Certified Solution Architect Professional. This is what they take. 100, averagely $120,000. I wish someone should convert that to franc CFA, and we know what a professional with an AWS Solutions Architect can take, right? Second by Google Cloud Platform, architect level, architect, 118,000 US dollars. We have system administration, Cisco, that is coming at the third position. Data engineer, Google data engineer is coming at the fourth. This is you. This is where you people are found. AWS
It's 72
certified
million, sir.
sysops. How much? 62 million. So that is the money, that is the amount of money that if you successfully go through
72 million.
72 million. Okay, thank you very much. That's the amount of money that if you successfully go through this training, you stand to earn. And I'm not talking to you from a position of whether somebody can do that. I'm talking to you from a position of someone who is having a contract with this type of offer. All right. So please, it is something that if you put your concentration and if you put your determination in it, you are going to have it. All right. Now, what should I conclude here? My take with cloud computing is that it is the industry that has finally struck a win-win deal between the white and Africans. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because we have a lot of poverty in Africa, a lot of it. And the only thing we can really make use of, apart from selling our gold, our silver, and our diamond, which our country has already outsourced nearly all of it, the only thing we can make use of now is human resource intelligence. Study, study, and study. I keep telling most of my friends all this. I'm somebody that I went through a diverse industry. I started from the science industry, went to the business industry, went to the accounting industry, went to the finance industry. And in all those industries, where I actually see where people are hunting for talent is in the IT industry, especially at the level of the cloud industry. So for me, it is a win-win type of a thing between the whites and Africans. We study, we go there, we work whatever thing we work there, we bring back the money home. Because saying that we can remain in Africa and raise this type of money and work or have this type of a job that can give us this type of salary, it is far-fetched. And today we see what is happening. Our taxes are going up, inflation is hitting us, but our salaries keep going lower and lower and lower. And training keeps going higher and higher. You discover that school fees keep going higher. You discover that school fees for what even? School fees at the level of universities. People who go to study accounting, human resource, their school fees keep going higher and higher. And when they study it, can they ever have just a fraction of their fees as salary? I stand to doubt about that. So we need cloud computing experts to tap that money that is available in Europe and bring back to Africa. And that is the reason why I am building this association or this society of cloud computers or cloud computing experts to actually spring out, especially from Cameroon. Neighboring Nigeria is already doing very great in cloud computing. Neighboring Nigeria is doing extremely very great. But today in Africa, in Cameroon, we do not yet have, at the level of our universities, it is just a foreign type of a thing. They don't know. But it beats my imagination how something can be this outspoken all over the world, but we still stay glued to our ancient system of study. So, guys, if anybody is having a question that you think that where you are blocked or what you feel that we need to throw more light on, this is the moment. You unblock, you unmute yourself, I call your name, and then you can speak. Let's not just talk haphazardly. All right. Anybody that wishes to speak or ask a question, this is the time for you. Yes, then Barton, you unmute.
I, w- yeah. I wish to ask all those computers which are interconnected to each other, do they have a main server?
Okay, you are trying to ask whether when computers are interconnected together, like
Yes,
what I drew here, that all these computers, like this, and this, interconnected together, like
yes,
this, and this, whether they have a mean saver.
yeah. Do they
N-
have a main server or do they use the format of a topology?
no, in AWS, what we have is we have a special data. There is a special data saver where all the information from all this computer is being kept at that with that in that data saver. All information is being kept here, right? There's a data saver actually. There's a main data saver, and this data saver also uh, it it is robust. When computers are increasing, the data saver also increases. Okay, you can decide to have as
Yes,
many data savers as possible. It depends on your architecture. You can make an architecture that, okay, we have 4 computers, one data saver. This is your architecture, okay? But you make this architecture in such a way that if traffic happens to increase, the data saver should reproduce itself. It should also increase. That means if traffic happens to increase, instead of having 4 computers, you are going to now have 8 computers with 2 data savers, right? That is the robustness of it. So it is not a main data saver, it is a data saver that keeps reproducing itself. It can be as many, there can be as many as 50, 60, 70 data savers connected to your architecture. It depends on just the traffic or flow into your system. Does that answer your question?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that answers my question. Thank you very much.
Any other question? All right. So many people will be wondering, is it possible to live from what we normally call here the art background into cloud computing? Is that possible? The answer is a huge yes. It is very, very possible to live from the literary background, your history, your geography, your literature. It's possible to transform from there. I mean, I have success stories of most of my friends that did history, that did geography at the University of Yaoundé 1, and they have done cloud computing, and they are excelling very well at the level of the United States. So it is very easy for you to transform. There should be nobody who will say that I am not from the science field, I did not do IT, um, I am not going to understand what is going to happen there. No, please, we are going to start from the beginner level. I'm going to really start from the beginner level, from like somebody who does not know anything, who is just blunt and does not know anything. We are going to start from the beginner level, explain all the various components as they are so that you can understand. There is no consideration that somebody already knows anything here. We are going to start from the ground zero and bring you into it gradually. All I need is determination from you guys. If you are determined and ready to work, we are going to go together and go a long way. And as I've said, we have a series of 2 certifications that I am going to be giving. The institution is going to be giving 2 certifications. We have Solutions Architect, Associate level, and then we have DevOps. You are going to take a training. I am an expert in Solutions Architect and DevOps. So these are the 2 certifications that we are going to be hosting. And for me, like a promo to you, you are going to take whatever thing you are going to pay, you are going to pay for the 2 certifications. All I need is, at the end of the day, I am expecting to have at least a group of followers in cloud computing whom I am able to sit down and see them somewhere, I mean, excelling in their industries. All right. Yes, any question? I can see Cynthia. I can see Sir Divine, Adija, Valentine, Dennis. Yes, any question, please? I bet you guys certainly um, will be wondering, when you do all these things, how are you going to how are you going to have a job? What are you going to do in order to have a job? Those are the type of questions I feel or I am thinking that should be resonating in your mind. After doing all this, how are you going to have a job? Or where are you going to put your CVs in order to have a job? All right, with us, after we finish the training, at the end of the training, what we are going to do is we are going to build your CV and then build your public profiles at the level of Indeed and LinkedIn. We are going to build your public profile in Indeed and LinkedIn, and then you just sit down, relax, and take some cold drink and watch the magic happens. Okay, if you have if you have never been uh, fought for, if you have never been searched for on daily basis, just finish this program, and when we do what we do with your CVs and put online, you will see how much people are soliciting your service every day. I mean, on a daily basis, you will see how many people are soliciting your service. So we are responsible for taking care of your CV and managing it all around. Okay. All right. As I said, please, our sessions are not going to last for long. Highest will be 2 hours because I know I know about online learning is still something that is still coming into Cameroon gradually. And the experience I have with online learning is that people always sleep. People always sleep. And I'm very certain that most people are already sleeping by now. The experience I have with online learning is that people always sleep. That is the reason why I said, um, yes, Adija, I'm coming, please. 1 minute, Sir Divine, 1 minute, please. That's the reason why I said, um, you use the desktop or your laptop computer. Don't use the phone. The phone is too small. And when you concentrate on the phone too much, your eyes become so concentrated and they get tired and you will obviously fall asleep. Okay. All right. Sir Divine, your hand was up.
All right, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Um, I'm sorry. You, I just have one question. I think at least for now, I don't know if I actually missed that part because I actually dropped out of the meeting about two times due to internet issues, and I don't know if you actually really introduced the your institution or like what you've been doing, or maybe if it's actually the first training or something like that. Like, I really need to understand more about the institution and all of those things.
Okay, you want to know about our institution.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Um, we we are a vocational training institute, right? We're a vocational training institute. We are located at Carrefour. How do they call that place again? Carrefour Ekunu, the pharmacy building at Carrefour Ekunu. Okay, the Institute for Vocational Training Institute for Academic Advancement. We are licensed under the Ministry of uh, Employment and Vocational Training, the Ministry of Employment and Vocational Training. We are specialized in cloud computing, uh, computer network, and programming. There's a department that trains Python engineers, Java engineers, and then there's a department for cloud computing, and then there is an introduction IT department. Those who are just leaving upper six, or those who do not even who just want to learn their networking and all the like. Okay, and then there is a department that is going to be put up, the Department of Digital Marketing, that is going to be put up. So that is our institution. You can get us by email, vtatrainings at yahoo.com. Our website is www.vtatrainings.com. The website recently was down because they had to update it to the cloud. So the website is presently down because they are building it at the level of the cloud. Here are our contact numbers. You get to us at any moment. Somebody will be there to respond to you. And then while getting our authorization, we are bound to write the national exams for all those we are training, which means when we are going to finish this training, you are expected to write a national exams organized by the ministry itself. You are going to write a national exams, which is not going to be set by the ministry, it is going to be set by us, but administered by the ministry. So that is the clause that makes us legal, a legal institution in Cameroon. Now, as to whether this is our first time organizing cloud training, no, it is not our first time. I myself was trained by this institution, and then we have been training other people. This is the third batch of training. The first batch is actually going ahead. I think there's somebody from the second batch inside this forum. The second batch is going ahead. I think they are already halfway gone the program. They are about to complete now. So this is the third batch of online training. So because we started, people were some sort of skeptical about online training, but we discovered that at the end of the day, this training is all about you learning and working online. Because all what you are going to do, you are going to be working online. So why don't you take the training online? You are going to be working online, so you should take the training online. So this is the third batch of training online, actually, for us. I don't know if that actually clears your worry.
Yes, sir. That's fine. Thank you very much. I just had to ask because I actually did a background search and I couldn't find a lot of information, so I was kind of worried, which is why I decided to ask. Just like you said, the website is down. I checked it a couple of times
Yeah,
and found nothing. And even I also checked on the Facebook and LinkedIn handles, and I just noticed it's been a while. A recent post has been made, so which is why I was having that worry
yeah.
over
Actually,
it.
actually, what is happening is that at the level of our social media feeds, uh, the the lady that was handling the social media feeds had to travel. And since she traveled, we have not yet gotten a replacement for somebody to be updating our social media feeds and all the like. So when I have time, I just do that. So that is the reason why information is being delayed to be updated. But gradually, very soon, everything will be updated in real time.
All right, sir. Please, one more thing. I I recently found this information about the training. Actually, it's something that has been on my mind for some time, and I've not actually like had the time. And then, but then again, I noticed that I can never really have the time. I just need to make out time. And then all of a sudden, I found your adverts, and the reason why I'm a little bit worried is because it's the fee part, but I saw it stated there that it can be paid instrumentally. So I don't know like how much um are you willing to accept for a start, or like how long can you give to raise up the money?
Yeah, Listen, do you know why the fee is the
Because I
way?
was not actually.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about the fee, please. There is there is a there is a an adage that if you don't sacrifice for something, you cannot get it. If you do not sacrifice for something, you cannot get it. That is the first thing that I want to make us understand. If something is given to you for free, you are not going to value it that much. You need to sacrifice and sacrifice a hell of sacrifice for it. But now, how do we make that sacrifice easier for you? We said, okay, the fee is what you see. We have a fee that we state there, and then we tell you that the registration is 25,000 francs. With the registration, when you register, you are ready to start. That's all I care for. Do your registration and then start. When you start, I give you the laxity of paying the fee in installments when you have and in any amount you have. I give you that laxity. Now, spread the fee throughout your training program in any way you can. I don't care. Spread the fee in any way you can. I don't care. But you have that laxity. But all I need from you is do your registration. That is just the first sacrifice that you are going to tell me that you really, really want to do this. If you do not do that sacrifice, I think you are still just some sort of doing an adventure, trying or something. So I need that sacrifice to be done. Okay. I think Sir Divine left. All right. Adija, you also had a question.
So my question was that apart from the CV, you said that that they would develop them and then post it on LinkedIn. So, like for example, and like the company you said in which they can work, like the fitex, the research companies. Can you actually write and then go to the company and apply them apart from the ones you have on your LinkedIn, sir?
All right. What Adija is asking is very, very meaningful. Should you just update your profile in LinkedIn and then in maybe Indeed, and then you fold your hands and state that your profile is already up there and you can do whatever thing you want to do? Should you do that? The answer is a big no. This is a big no. I, for one, if I must count how many companies I applied to, I think the number, if it is less than 300 companies or 500 companies, then I am underestimating. Which means when you finish your training, after your training is finished, what should occupy you now is sending your applications to companies every blessed day. When you are training, when you go through this training and you are finished, you take your certification, the next thing you should be doing every blessed day is sending your CV to all the various companies that care to listen to you. How will you first of all know the various companies that care to listen to you? There are websites, there are so many websites that you just need to register to those websites. And every day, let me show you something, please. Let me just show you something. I delete them most of the time. I delete them most of the time because they fill my box. Uh, when you register to websites, what happens is every blessed day, those websites send you jobs related to cloud computing, jobs related to might be DevOps, and jobs related to development. Every blessed day, those companies send to you. So look at this is my email address. If you want to look at it keenly, you see that everything there is all about, it's talking about cloud computing. This is indeed, they are only advertising an AWS opening to me. They are telling me that there is an opening here. And then let me show you what headhunters do. These are the people we call headhunters. This is, for example, a headhunter. Uh, this headhunter is called Prakash, who whatsoever. He got to me. Let's look at his mail. He says, "Hi, my name is da 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 da. I have this job for you, AWS architect, remote, duration, C2C contract." Gave me all the various prescription and told me that should I be interested in it, please send me a copy of your resume and CV to all these to this contact. So when you finish and start hunting for jobs, these are the type of emails that you are going to be receiving every blessed day. And then if I show you my LinkedIn profile, it is like every blessed day too, guys get to me through LinkedIn and tell me that, oh, we have a job opening here, we have a job opening here from your CV, we really want you to come along, to come over, are you ready to work? Those type of things, they happen on daily basis. So but before they start happening, what should happen? You also need to send your applications to as many companies as possible. If I did not send to at least 500 companies, then I think that is small. So you look at most of them, even the company I got an offer with them is a French company. Most of them are in France. All these guys like this that you see here, they are asking me to cross over for a particular job whatsoever, right? So this is the level in which they are hunting for talent. They hunt for talent on a daily, hourly basis. You'll be receiving the meals every day. Okay. So when you finish your training, you should not stay quiet or just sleep that you have finished your training. No, you should start hustling. Start the real hustling. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other question, please? Now, you discover that most of us that are remaining in the forum now, that is because of people are leaving and rejoining back. The reason is because of network fluctuations. And that is why I advised in the forum that to me, the best network that is stable is MTN. I'm not making any publicity, please, but we just want to be efficient here. The best network that is stable to me is MTN network. If you are using, might be Orange, I don't know, I don't have an experience with Orange, but I have once used it one time, which was not that way the best. If you are using Orange, you will always be getting in and out of the of meetings like this. And if you are using Camtel, you should go for the highly paid one. When you are using Camtel, the 3,000 francs 1 month plan, you will always be logging out of the classroom over and over and over, and you'll be losing a lot. You'll be losing a lot. So please, let us try by all possible means. First thing first, arm ourselves. How do we arm ourselves? To avoid sleeping, don't use the phone. To avoid sleeping, don't use the phone. Best position scenario, sit on your reading table, probably with your desktop or with your laptop. Very important. You sit on your reading table, probably with your desktop or with your laptop, and I believe that you are going to follow the lessons without interruption. But if you use your phone, you are going to sleep. That is my experience. If you use your phone, you are going to sleep. So, and then as they are talking, it's true that I'm going to record all the sessions and then send back to you. But as we are moving ahead, always take down your notes. It is always imperative to take down your notes, because if you are taking down your notes, it will keep you awake, firstly, and then it will make you not to sleep. And then there will be a couple of assignments that will be given to you. A couple of assignments will be given to you. And I would not like to give an assignment and then say that the assignment is due to be deposited by this time of the day, and then somebody does it late. I know most of us here are already uh, workers doing one thing or the other, but if we must take this training to the end, there should be that aspect of sacrifice. We need it. There should be that aspect of sacrifice. If you cannot sacrifice, it is going to be difficult. And as I keep saying, why will you keep on saying that you are unable to sacrifice living on a salary of 100K every month? I doubt how many of us can attain a salary of 200K every month. This is just a one-time sacrifice that most of us can do or can take, and then we save ourselves and our families. So it is sacrifice. I keep calling for sacrifice. When we are going to begin, it is going to be more practical. And there are days in which everybody is going to present. I mean, everybody is going to present. So you should learn how to share your screen on Google Meet, learn how to share your screen, and then learn how to demonstrate. Because on the day where you are demonstrating, you are going to enter your account and you demonstrate the particular resource. And before I forget, remember that everybody needs a debit card. Everybody needs a debit card. I got information today from some of you that already went to create your debit cards that the cards are free in UBA now, but they need you to open an account. And to me, it's an advantage to you. It's an advantage if you have to open an account, they need a 5,000 francs deposit inside that account. To me, it's an advantage to you. Just open your account in UBA, get the debit card, and then please link the card to your mobile services. When you go and create your debit card, just say that they should link that card to your mobile number so that it can be possible for you to remove money from your mobile phone and send directly to your bank account and then use it at the level of your card. Okay. And then it can also be easier for you to remove money from your bank account and send to your Momo. Flexibility. Today is all about IT and technology. We don't need to be moving from place to place. No. I sit down, I do my transaction, I deposit money in my bank, I remove from my bank, I put in my mobile money, I send to people on the same position without going anywhere. So that should be the way we should live very robust. So please go for your cards on Thursday. We are going to begin by I'm going to show you how to create your AWS account, and then we kickstart from there, and it is going to be a marathon non-stop. Okay. Any other person with a question? Valentine, you joined late. You joined late. What was happening?
Actually, I had some small network issues. I was using Camtel, so I discovered that it was slow
That
to
is
connect. I had to switch.
exactly. That is what I keep saying. That is what I keep
Yeah,
saying.
I just switched to MTN, and I saw that it was stable.
That is what I keep saying. For me, I think MTN is the most stable one. So when you go using Camtel, you keep those are moving in and out of the classroom is because they are using low data services. And when you keep moving in and out of the meeting like that, you might not actually get the main crux of the matter. So let's try to obtain good internet data that will make us actually stay stable till the end. It's just highest will be 2 hours. 1 hour, 30 minutes will do. Highest will be 2 hours. I don't think there will be a session that we are going to take 2 hours because I know most of us will be coming back from our work site and we will be tired. I understand that we are going to get tired. So we are not going to make the sessions too long. 2 hours is even really long. 2 hours is really long. I'm going to try to make sure that the sessions are merged down to at least 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes or so. 2 hours is long. Okay. So that First, we should not
Okay,
sleep.
thank you.
We should not sleep. We should not sleep. Secondly, we should get concentrated. Let me show you what we are going to do. Let me show you a list of what we are going to be doing. Uh, my hard drive. Okay. So these are a host of presentations that we are going to have concerning AWS services. I'm going to send you the coursework. We are going to have close to 85 PowerPoint presentations and topics of different services. We are going to end with two projects. These projects we are going to carry out ourselves. We are going to end with two projects that we are going to carry out ourselves. So we have 5 months to go through all this program. Okay. And then about our we are going to have this exam guide. I'm going to give you this exam guide at the end of the day. It is an AWS dump, questions and answers from all the exams that have ever been written. We are going to have questions and answers here. Okay. Then there is going to be, we are going to have interview questions. We are going to have interview questions because we are interview orientated, please. If at the end of the day you do all these things and then you don't have a job, it is of no use to me. My end point with you, our contract ends when you have a job. So at the end of the day, we are going to have sample of so many interview questions that they can ask you, and then we are going to train you on how to behave in an interview. Okay, what to expect in an interview, how to behave in an interview. The interview with cloud computing is just like interview with at the level of the American embassy. You work with the psychology of the person interviewing you. So we are going to do a short course about interview training before you start taking interviews. Okay. So we are going to have those questions. These are the questions that I've prepared for you here. Then these are the quiz that I've prepared for you here. There's a lot of material that we are going to be having. All right. So we are going to have a very long period together. And I believe, please, we are really excited to begin, and we have decided to take on the course. As I've said, all I need is your registration. The your registration goes to the mobile number. I think you already had their registration mobile number. It is which number? Let me give you the number, please. Your registration goes to, all right. Please send your registration to this number 674559570. Send your registration to that number. Let me increase it for everybody to see. I mean, it is the main admin number in WhatsApp. Send your registration to this number. When you register, your receipt will be sent to you, and then you will be added to the link in the classes that we are going to begin. So I expect everybody to do their registration, at least just your registration. As for your training fee, you are going to pay your training fee at your own pace. and as you want it. You are going to pay your training fee I am not that much so inclined to your training fee. I just want everybody to show me a sense of engagement. Send your registration to that number, and we begin on Thursday. Any other person with a question? Benz, what do you have to tell your new course mates? Is Ben still with us or sleeping already? You see, that is the way I would like to always be catching all of you. So many people will connect themselves and then keep the phone and then they sleep. Barton, are you there?
I'm here. I cannot sleep, oh man. I'm
Dennis?
here.
Dennis, are we together?
Yeah, we are together always, like always.
All right. Okay. So please, in the absence of no question, you can always put your questions in the forum. We are going to use the forum to interact. Anything that you want to try and it is difficult, just put it at the forum. Any assignment that I give and you are trying and you are getting blocked, put it at the forum. I mean, the forum also has some elder experts in the field, some of my senior colleagues in the field who are already working with very distinguished companies out there in the US. They are there in the forum. So if you put anything in the course of trying anything and you are stuck anywhere, I think you just put whatever in the forum. Somebody will come to your help. If I'm not accessible at that particular moment, somebody will come to your help. All right. Sir Divine, you are welcome back. And which internet are you using?
Come to
That is why I keep saying that Camtel is very unstable. Very unstable. I would prefer MTN.
Is my own Camtair here is very good. I don't know why the others are cheap. I'm using Camtair, but mine is good.
actually Computers actually it actually works um where I live. It works very well. I actually have um the one which was connected directly to my house. It
Okay.
works really well. It's
Optical
just
fiber.
at times not optical fiber, copper.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it just at times it snaps, and that's the issue.
Okay, all right, all right. And what can you do in order to have a backup? Because if you happen to get out on a training session like this, I mean, for this period of time before you get back, I mean, it's going to worry you. There are a lot of questions that
Yeah, I
have
understand.
been asked, and you needed to get the explanations too. And even your own question, I'm sure you did not get the explanation to the end.
No, I didn't. I didn't even get it.
Uh-huh.
I
That is
didn't
it.
even get it.
That is
I'll
it.
try to look for a backup before that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So as I was saying before you left, I was just saying that you know, all I need is that determination. All I need is that determination. The registration is 25,000 francs. You register to the number you see on your screen. That is just what is going to tell me that you are determined to start the program. As for the training fee, you pay in the way you want and in the installment you want. There are some scholarships that will be coming up, and I will be informing you who benefits from the scholarships. There are some people in our forum that are there to sponsor people that they see that are really interested in cloud computing and are really serious. So some scholarships are coming, and I can just promise you that get interested, get really determined, you might not even pay all the fee.
I see.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So I hope you already have your debit card ready. You are going to create you will need to create your AWS account, and it needs a debit card. And I advise everybody, I think I gave the characteristics of the computer that we should be using. I think everybody should be having a computer with a minimum of those characteristics. Windows 10, please. Windows 10. If you have Windows 7, you're going to face a lot of problems. It is not even going to work. Windows 10, please. So by Thursday, we should make sure that we already have our cards so that after the lesson on Thursday, everybody must have created their everybody must have created their AWS account. Yes, Barton. Barton, your hand is up. You wanted to say something. Barton, are you with us? Ah, Barton left. I'm sure he's a Camtel user. All right. Without any further ado, I think I should have answered the question of everybody. So please, we stick to our program. You are writing two exams, the official certification by Amazon and our own certification at the level of VTA. You are going to write two certifications. So we stick to our programs. So without any question, I think we can end the session for today and make sure that we get ready for Thursday when real activity begins. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank everybody that could join today. And I wish you all happy learning and success. See you on Thursday, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night.
Good night. Bye bye. See you on Thursday.